Good morning, student. Today we start new chapter of chemistry, which is surface chemistry. So we try to understand the definition of surface chemistry from the name surface chemistry. Surface chemistry is a branch of chemistry in which we study about the phenomenon occurring at the interface or a surface. So definition, it is a branch of chemistry in which we study about the phenomenon occurring at surface or interface is known as surface chemistry. Surface chemistry. It is very important topic, and in this topic we mainly discuss about the concept, because there is no numericals in this chapter. So the chapter of the conceptual point of view, and all of you please remember all the points and all times revision required for the better concept of this chapter. So please all of you try to understand the surface chemistry. Once again, the surface chemistry is a branch of chemistry which deals about the phenomenon occurring over the interface or a surface. For example, suppose that there is a container in which some substance are taken, then molecule present at this is the interface or surface. Surface are the part which are present between the two media 1 and media 2. So this is the surface. And once again, surface phenomenon means the phenomenon related with the surface or interface. Interface are the part or the portion of a substance which lies in between two medium 1, medium 2, media 1, media 2. Now, the main example of surface chemistry is adsorption. So please all of you try to understand the phenomenon of adsorption. Ad means above. Actually, adsorption is a process in which substance are attract and retain over the surface of a substance is known as adsorption. Suppose that giving the example of silica gel. This is the silica gel. It is widely used in the medicines to absorb the moisture present in the bottle of the medicines, or it is also used in the plasticware atom to maintain the plasticware atoms free from the moisture. So in that silica gel are placed in a pouch. All of you seen that. So silica gel absorbs the moisture over its surface. This is the moisture absorbs over the surface. So this is the phenomenon of adsorption. The process of attracting and retaining. The process of attracting and retaining. The process of attracting and retaining molecules over the surface of a substance is known as adsorption. Adsorption is a surface phenomenon. Understand? Now, silica gel, this is the moisture. moisture present over the surface of silica gel, but it doesn't present inside the silica. It is only present at the surface. Hence, it is considered as adsorbate, and silica gel is considered as adsorbent. So once again, try to understand. Adsorbates are the substances which are attract and retain over the surface are known as adsorbate, and the substance on which adsorption process takes place is known as adsorbent, and its amount is represented by M, and the amount of adsorbate is represented by X. X is the amount of adsorbate. So this is the example of adsorption. Adsorptions of moisture over the silica gel is the example. Now all of you try to understand next things. Now X by M is known as extent of adsorption. Extent of adsorption. What is X? X is the amount of adsorbate, and M is the mass of adsorbent. So please all of you try to understand these terms: adsorption and adsorbate and adsorbent. The amount of adsorbate is represented by X, and M is the mass of adsorbent, and X by M is known as extent of adsorption. If the extent of adsorption is high, then the rate of adsorption also will high. Therefore, charcoal is known as best adsorbing material, because in this case the mass is very less and they have the large surface area, so the number of molecules adsorbs in more amount. So in that case M decreases, then extent of adsorption becomes high in the case of charcoal. Therefore, charcoal is considered as best adsorbing material. Nowadays, charcoal is mainly used as in the various kind of the face cream to absorb the particles present over the skin. So, charcoal is a best adsorbing material. Now we discuss about after the adsorption, we discuss about the comparison between adsorption and absorption. Adsorption and absorption. There are the two terms, adsorption and absorption. Suppose that you are taken blue ink in a container. Suppose that this is the blue ink in a container. Then you dip a white chalk in this. What happens? This is the white chalk. Then the chalk becomes bluish in color. Chalk becomes bluish in color. Chalk हो जाए, chalk becomes bluish in color. But when it broken into two halves, अगर इसको दो part में when it breaks, then the inner and portion becomes dozen blue. Inner portion becomes dozen blue. Only this portion becomes blue. This portion becomes blue, but entire portion it get moisture. So the absorbing of moisture is known as absorption, and the retaining of blue ink over the surface is adsorption. So in this process, both adsorption and absorptions takes place simultaneously. So it is also known as sorption. SORPTION, sorption, the process in which both adsorptions and absorptions takes place side by side. So for explaining the sorption process, you put a white chalk in a blue ink. After a few minutes, you put out the white chalk from the blue ink, and then you broken the chalk. Then you observe that inner portion doesn't becomes bluish, but only the surface get bluish. So it indicates that the blue ink deposited over the surface only. So deposition of blue ink is the example of adsorption. ADSORPTION, adsorption. But chalk completely get wetted. That means moisture enter from the surface to the bulk. So the entry of the moisture or water into the chalk inside is the example of absorption. Therefore, adsorption is a surface phenomenon, absorption is a bulk phenomenon. In the case of adsorption, initially process is slow and till the equilibrium process gets slowed down and it becomes adsorbs. But in the case of absorption, process remain the uniform throughout the process. In the case of adsorption, concentrations becomes high at the surface. But in the case of absorption, concentrations remain uniform throughout the bulk. So these are the main difference between the adsorption and absorption. Example of adsorption: adsorption of moisture over silica gel. Here absorption of moisture by anhydrous calcium chloride, and it can be explained in terms of this way also by the examples. Suppose that in a moisture container, suppose that this is the moisture container in which two substances are kept. This is silica gel and this is anhydrous calcium chloride. Then what would happen? In the case of anhydrous calcium chloride, water enters inside, so there is absorption takes place. Here absorption takes place. But in the case of silica gel, moisture present only at the surface. This is the moisture. So this is the example of adsorption. This is the example of absorption. It is a surface phenomenon. It is a bulk phenomenon. Pude mein ho raha hai, that is a bulk phenomenon. Surface phenomenon and bulk phenomenon. So you can explain in this way. In the case of anhydrous calcium chloride, moistures present over the surface as well as inside the calcium chloride. But in this case, moisture present only at the surface, not inside the silica gel. So here adsorption will take place. In this case, absorption will take place. So these are the difference between the adsorption and absorption with the help of suitable example. Now we discuss about the another topic, which is sorption. Sorption is the process of removal of adsorbed material from a surface when molecules leave out from their surface. When adsorbate leaves out from the adsorbent surface, then it is said to be desorption. And another example of desorption is when you spray the perfume, then when you move into the party, then another person feel the fragrance of your body. Why? Because the adsorbed perfume once again diffuse out from your body. So in that case, desorption also takes place. So I think that all of you understand. Now during the adsorption process, surface energy decreases, which released out in the form of energy. Therefore adsorption process is a exothermic process. Understand? And why does adsorption takes place at the surface? Because at the surface the molecules having the unbalanced force and the molecules inside the surface having the balanced force. So to become the balance, they try to adsorb over the surface. Hence adsorptions takes place at the surface. Now we discuss about the type of the adsorption. There are the two type of adsorptions. Number one, physical adsorption. Number two, chemical adsorption. Physical adsorption. Adsorptions are of two types. Adsorptions are of two types. Number one, physical adsorption. Number two, chemical adsorption. Physical adsorption is also known as physisorption. Physisorption, and this is also known as chemisorption. Chemisorption. In physical adsorptions, molecules are held over the surface by weak van der Waals force. But in the case of chemisorptions, molecules are held and attracted by the chemical bond. So these are the basic difference in the physical adsorptions and chemical adsorption. In physical adsorption, number one, molecules are held by the van der Waals force of attraction. In chemical adsorption, molecules are held and attracted by the chemical bond formation. Number two, physical adsorptions are non-specific. That means they occurs at any substance. Number two, whereas chemical adsorption is highly specific because there is a bond formation. So it is bond formation takes place between the specific elements or compounds. So it is highly specific. Number three, physical adsorption is irreversible, whereas chemical adsorption is reversible. Next, in the case of physical adsorptions, enthalpy of adsorption is very low, which is 20 to 40 kilocalorie. 20 to 40 kilocalorie per mole is the enthalpy of adsorption for the physical adsorption. In the chemical, very high, 80 to 240 kilocalorie per mole. So in the case of chemical adsorptions, enthalpy of adsorption is high because of the bond formation. So these are the basic difference which are always asked in the board examinations. So please all of you try to understand. Now once again recap, adsorptions are of two types, physical and chemical adsorptions, which depends upon the nature of the bonding formed between the adsorbate and adsorbent. If adsorbate held by the van der Waals force over the adsorbent, then it is said to be physical adsorption. But when adsorbates are bind or attract by the chemical bond formation with the adsorbent, then it is said to be chemical adsorption or chemisorption. Understand? Now we discuss about the another topic which is adsorption isobar. It is a graphical relationship. It is a graphical relationship between extent of adsorption x by m and temperature. So this is the very important adsorption isotherm. It is a graphical relationship between extent of adsorption and temperature. So we draw the two kind of graph, number one, number two. X by m, there is a temperature, x by m temperature. This is the case of chemisorption. In chemisorption, first increases, then decreases. But in the case of physisorption, decreases. So please all of you noted these two graphs. In the case of physisorption, when temperature increases, then the extent of adsorption decreases. But in the case of chemisorption, when temperature increases, then first increases, and after achieving the activated level, then start to decrease. So please, I think that all of you understand in very well manner. So once again I recap in this topic. All of you please study about the difference between adsorption and absorption, and some terms, what is adsorbate, what is adsorbent, what is sorption, what is desorption. Sorption, when the adsorption and absorption both takes place simultaneously, then it is said to be adsorption. Understand? Next, adsorption, the process of attracting and retaining molecules over the surface of a substance is known as adsorption. Already we discussed with the examples. And then type of adsorption, physical and chemical adsorption. So please all of you revise all these things, hoping that all of you understand in very well manner.